my TV besties, and welcome to another video. We are here doing the review for Teen Mom Next Chapter, episode 6. I always gotta do that whole little spiel. Gotta remember before I say the wrong thing. But nonetheless, sit back, relax, enjoy this video. Give it a thumbs up if you do enjoy it. Welcome if you are new here. I'm your girl Ash, and this is basically what we do. We review TV shows. And I'll probably be reviewing a couple more little other things that I watch, just depending on how I feel about it, basically. So, but of course, to my TV besties, what's going on, y'all? Miss y'all as always, but we are back here ready to talk about this episode tonight, because it definitely was it was a good episode. I feel like some conversations were had that needed to be had. Things were said that needed to be addressed, but we're going to jump all into that. So, y'all, this episode, Amber just had her birthday, so it was about, the girls getting all together. They wanted to, coordinate something to celebrate, Amber's birthday. With all Amber got going on, and Amber's not one of those going out, hanging out, type girls or whatever or whatnot. So this little mini vacation was well needed for her amongst as well as some of the other girls. But it can't come without a little bit of drama, of course. It's kind of just like you put a group of females in a room together, and somebody's bound to have beef. Somebody's bound to not like somebody. Somebody is, I cannot say how much I really hate that, but that is the woman culture, it seems like, basically. If you disagree, by all means, definitely comment below. Let me know your views, your thoughts on that. But that played a part, in this, because the Teen Mom OGs, they all have a very strong bond, whereas the Teen Mom O2 crew, they have cliques. They more just have they more have small, I won't call them cliques, I'll call them just smaller groups. Everybody is not, bonded together, basically. It's more like, Leah, and, Leah's kind of does her own little thing, but she does have a relationship with Kale. I assume her and Ashley obviously seem to be okay, as they both have a relationship with Kale, which is why Brianna and Jade, who are very close, don't really vibe out with Ashley and Leah, because of, that relationship that they have with Kale, and then especially Brianna, because mainly Brianna has the beef with Kale. And as well, the issue that had arisen that now may have caused beef with, where I guess Jade has some form of beef with it, basically, is because of at the reunion. And it's so funny because she was addressing it with the ladies and talking about it, she's talking about it with Brianna. Either way, she was just at the reunion, y'all remember, their last reunion, Kale didn't show up. Dr. Drew was inquiring about why she didn't show up, and asked Leah specifically. Leah, played clueless. Whether she was playing clueless or not, she said no, she didn't know. And Jade took that as with the way first, I did not take that as a joke. I was taken aback by it, what? Where is this animosity from? What is really going on? I was already feeling some type of way, because I felt like it was real cliquey, with Jade and Brianna. Where did that friendship come from? I don't think I ended up getting it. Oh no. Was I doing my recap then? Y'all got to go back and catch my Teen Mom 2 recap, because I think I was the feelings that I just had about their relationship, their friendship, I don't know if it necessarily just seemed genuine to me, or, it was just boom, you literally went to take care of her after a surgery. And hey, you know what? In Jay's fairness, her recovery was the worst, as far as at least after the couple, after the fact, that part, as far as who was helping taking care of her mom dipping out and not bringing her the medications, that was just crazy. So they bonded off of surgery space, off of plastic surgery. I feel yes, I'm judging hard and I need to stop, but that's where I'm at with it. Y'all bonded off of plastic surgery, and now y'all are the best of friends. So them kind of I'm an Ashley fan, so y'all coming and try to be beating up on Ashley and all that, confronting, and like I think Brianna was hanging over like Ashley. Brianna was hanging over Jade, or Jade was. It was just like, what? Why like? And here nor there, because that ain't even what this episode is about. So either way, I did not take Jade's response to Leah not knowing what was going on with Kale as a joke. Even though she did try to laugh it off, so that did make me feel like, okay, you're trying to laugh it off, like you're trying to basically try to fix like how that tone came out, but that did not seem like a joke. It seemed kind of catty with everything that was all going on, knowing that she does have a relationship with Kale, and then you two have a relationship, you and Brianna. No, there was nothing about that seemed like it was a joke. So either way, they were open to, I guess, trying to figure out whether they wanted to open up that door and have that conversation and clear that air. You know, Leah's Brianna, let me slow down. Brianna's basically like, I don't really care for them, at the end of the day. As far as Leah, like, it's not that I don't like her, but we're just not friends, that's just that. So they all do, Ashley was supposed to go on the trip when Cheyenne called, because, clearly everybody, like, they know, the OGs know that the twos don't have that great bond like they do, and it is like a little bit more mess and messiness going on with the twos than versus with the OGs. So when she calls, because Ashley did not respond when they were talking about it like in text, and so when Cheyenne calls Ashley to get more insight about whether her coming or not, she said she was gonna go. Talk to Bar, and she's more like, yeah, no, I told Cheyenne I'm gonna go, but I'm not going. Like, I know these girls don't like me, and like I'm just basically, she don't even want to put herself in that predicament. I get it. So let that be that. I'm like Cheyenne though. I want these ladies to, like, y'all have this experience together. I would love it. Is it going to happen? I don't know, but I would love to see them be able to get together and everybody at least, be cool or cordial. No, y'all don't have to be the best of friends, but at least have that mutual respect for each other. And boom, if y'all make a pact that y'all are not going to go to social media, fine, let's do that. And so even though Leah, explains, well, this is my outlet, cool, that can be your outlet. That could have still been your outlet, and you could have still had a conversation with those girls about your feelings and how they, address the situation. I think Leah, like she was talking with her friend, I don't think Leah is confrontational. I don't think that she was down for the confrontation, and sometimes it takes a second for things to like sit on you. And I think as well, the seeing it as well might have been like a trigger all over again, and that might have been why it caused feelings. Or kind of like Brianna said, you seeing everybody else talk beef and talk smack based on that reunion, whatever, and now here you go wanting to put in your 2 cents. I honestly don't see Leah being that type of person. I honestly think Leah is a non-confrontational person who's going to do her best. She wasn't never going to bring it up. I don't think she was going to address it and let the ladies know that it made her feel some type of way. I think she was just going to let it roll over and then let it be that. But I think possibly reliving it and really having set in it, it was just kind of like, yeah, I did not like that. And I'm not going to deal with this foolishness. But I do still feel like that she still, because of the pact that they made, she still should have talked to those girls individually and had that conversation. So I'm jumping all over like the place, guys, but it's okay. But, they do end up, like I said, they do end up all going on a trip. Ashley, does not go. She puts it on, Bar just getting back, from rehab. And which in the case, he probably had just got back, but not just got back. We all know why she did not want to go. Like, she didn't want the drama. She did not want to be in the mess. And I cannot say that I've experienced being in a room with people who dislike me, but I can understand you not wanting to be around people who don't care for you, who don't like you. That's not really going to make a good experience for you. So I respect her decision in that, but I would have liked her, them to all have tried to figure it out. As Leah, they did talk it out, with Brianna and and Jade and did, just try to clear the, the air about that. And even though with that said, while they were addressing that, of course, y'all, we had getting on this race situation. So it looks like they were like at like a ranch type of thing or whatever or whatnot. And at the same time, I don't want to stay too hard on this, but it's so funny that literally this week's episode was about race. And while I'm just watching it tonight, Wednesday night, last night, Tuesday, I was having a Twitter battle with somebody who said that they were black. Based on the content of the page, I say otherwise. But and with another white person or whatever or whatnot. At the end of the day, I felt like it wasn't their fight, so they had no say, and they shouldn't have been in my comments in the begin with. This ain't about you. I'm talking to the black people, nonetheless. So, not to bring that energy back here or whatever or whatnot, but I think for me, what it is like, yeah, clearly, everybody sees though, everybody acknowledges that Cheyenne, because again, Brianna's Hispanic. Cheyenne's the only black girl, for one, now amongst the group or whatever or whatnot. And then now she's the only black girl in this location. They're in Florida, a bit looks remote, and the activities that they're going to do, clearly her face is the only dark face, so she's noticing things that we as black folk will notice that white people may not necessarily, that they don't notice, because at the end of the day, the girls admitted that they didn't even notice it and they didn't even see it. And as a black person with white friends, that's the problem. That's the problem. If we're really gonna be friends, if we're as close and as tight as we say we are, I need to know that you're gonna advocate for me. I need to know that you are going to have my back. If we walk into a room and this is all blah 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 blah, I need you to be checking in with me as a friend. Cause I think I very well think that this should be happening. And I feel for Cheyenne because she felt like I don't have the right to say it. I can't say these things. No, yes you can, and you are going to say it. And I'm glad that she had her voice, because as someone who grew up in a predominantly white neighborhood, I was that girl. I get it. I was that girl who was either the only black girl in the class, because usually there was at least a black boy, or so. Basically, I very well could have been one of at most maybe 3 black people in the class, or I could have been the only black girl in the class. I mean, there was another, there was somebody else black, but he might have been a boy. So I can understand, walking into the room and, you are the minority, So for me, that's where I'm at. That's where I'm at. If you are going to be our allies, if you're going to be our advocate, yes, part of it is your job. Part of it is your job to check in with me and be like, hey, you good? Hey, are you okay? Hey, do you want to go? Is this comfortable for you? Are you comfortable? And I feel like that's how Cheyenne felt. And that's what she was basically trying to relate to the girls. But she felt like she can't even say that to them, that they have a responsibility to her, to protect her as their fellow friend, So I'm glad they have the conversation. And like she said, like she has had conversations, with Macy. Her and Macy have had deep conversations, clearly, somewhat in this area. And even her and Amber had conversations. And Amber was quick to say, yes, I want to know because I don't know and I want to understand. And I think a lot of white people do want to understand, but they're afraid of that they're going to say something wrong, or they're not going to say something right, or that they're, going to offend. But at the same time, like the only way you're going to learn is to ask. And especially if you do have a friend, who, if you have a black friend and they know you don't mean no harm, and you say something, and even if it's a little bit, I will hope that they're at least in a place that they'd be able to tell you, I don't like, but I know like the person that you are. Or even if they don't address it, they know that you're not trying to come from a place, and will educate you and teach you on whatever it is the circumstances at hand. So that's my take on it. That's where I'm going to leave it. You should be advocating. And I think possibly the other way around too. But we're not even going to make it about the other way around, because at the end of the day, it's more things happening to us when we're in y'all setting versus something happening to y'all when y'all are in our setting. sorry to use those words, because that word our and us were trigger words last night on Twitter, apparently, or whatnot. I really hope nobody, takes offense or feels any type of way regards to anything that I have, said. I'm not, I love everybody. And I have all kinds of friends, and I don't even want to make that statement. This is definitely not one of those, but I have white friends, like, type of thing. That's not that. I'm not going to sit here and spill y'all. I'm not racist, y'all. You can make your own conclusion based on what I said. I love each and every person who watches this, no matter if you are white, Asian, Jewish, like those are racist, but y'all get what I'm saying. No matter wherever you came from, as long, like, you have to do something to me in order for me not to like you, period. And I like everybody for the most part, and everybody likes me. So done deal. That's that. Advocate for your friends. Advocate and be an actual ally for your Black friends. Other than that, they do okay. That's kind of like really basically it. Like I said, Brianna and then were able, to clear the air, and get all that, just squared away. Like she said, like, we're not, I'm not going to be calling you in the wee hours of the morning, to, spill all my woes and tell you all my business. But, we can get together, we can be in a mutual space, and we can get along. And it does seem like, it's like at the same, right, I guess really at the end of the day, right, just because y'all don't get along doesn't mean that hopefully that y'all cannot technically coexist. I think it was Jade who I got all the girls' presents, which was the name of the episode, where the name of the episode came from. Teen Mom Sisters for Life, because y'all are Teen Mom Sisters. Y'all really are, whether whether y'all like it or not. Y'all have that bond of being 16 and pregnant, and that story of being 16 and pregnant being put out to the world on this specific type of platform. So while you can relate to other 16 and pregnant moms, they can't relate to you in the sense of the whole entire world watching them be 16 and pregnant and raising their kids, and then these people having a say on their lives. So it's like, bruh, like, we are better off like being like this than being like this. That's like where I'm basically off with it. But overall, it was, it seems like an okay trip. I'm definitely pushing for Cheyenne that she's able to get through. Like, she had to call her dad and like have a conversation with him. Like, this is what's going on. Nobody's addressing it. Nobody's saying anything even about it. Like, do they not see it? How should I act? Like, even like typical dad, like, let me know that you're okay. Hit me back. Let me know you're okay. Whatever. And, let that be that. I love that, that they still seem to be having fun together. The bull ride, it was definitely some smiles for me. I'm so glad that they did this for Amber. Really, I think that's all at the end of the day. I think this is so well deserved for Amber. I think Amber has not had anybody or much experiences where it's like, let's do something for Amber. Let's do something nice for Amber. Let's acknowledge Amber. So I think, she was real heartfelt, that they wanted to, do this for her. So, I feel like really that might be all that I got for y'all, tonight. That's, mainly it. Yeah, because I was like kind of like really it. Them going on this trip, and then, the beef that is either going to go well, not go well. They've cleared the air with Leah, so I'm hoping that the rest of this trip will be, an okay trip. I'm hoping the rest of the trip will be an okay trip for Cheyenne. So we shall see. I'm gonna just go ahead and leave it there. Of course, drop any comments below. Let me know of your thoughts of this episode. And yeah, peace.